Hi guys, this is Reverend Deadlypudding. Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. A couple of things before we get right into it. Thing number one is, I should have mentioned this yesterday, but this isn't going to be exactly a big walkthrough of the game. I've been pretty descriptive about certain things so far in the game, but that's mainly because this is just the first part of the game. I think that if there are any new players left that say someone wants to pick it up because, you know, they hear about this Dark Souls 2 coming out and they decided to play Dark Souls 1 in the meantime, well, the first part of the game I feel is a pretty big hurdle for a lot of people. You know, they might struggle with something like mechanics, or they don't know where to find good stuff, things like that. So up until about the bell gargoyles, I'm going to try to stick to being descriptive and helpful and kind of treat this like it is a walkthrough. After that, I really want to get into my actual thoughts on the game, my hopes for the new game, my impressions so far of what I've seen in the new game, and just talk about all sorts of things with Dark Souls related, you know, maybe the community and PvP scene, things of that nature. The second thing that I need to point out is that I'm going to be doing pretty much a super big group of recording today. I've got something going on tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and get all the recording out of the way today for tomorrow. So that'll be like maybe four new videos that'll go up on YouTube today. So where did we last leave off? Fought the first boss, the Taurus Demon, and we ran past the Drake up here, and we met Solaire. I'm gonna get him to, yeah, kill all those guys again. Free souls. Now, I'm debating whether or not I should do this, because I don't actually need that stuff down there. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a compromise. First things first, I do need to show this because this is something for new players. So, if you look over there, you can see his tail swaying. Now, this is just for demonstration purposes. If I can get the timing down right. So you see, I actually hit him in the tail. I don't think I did much damage because I'm using wooden arrows and a short bow. Well, actually I think most people would have a short bow by this point. You'd have to find a long bow elsewhere. Anyway, if you have enough arrows and you want to get the normal arrows or the large arrows, almost fell off there, that'd been catastrophic, then you can actually cut off his tail and you'll get a weapon. A weapon that, quite frankly, is not very good for the entirety of the game, but for the first part of the game, it's actually pretty good. At least until you start refining your own weapons. It'll make the enemies die very quickly, and is all around okay. You do have to pump up your stats to use it, which is kind of a downside if you're going for a specific build, but it's there if you need it. Now, the normal way through, and I accidentally made him fly over, the normal way through is down here. See, there's an enemy right there. There's also an enemy around this corner. And we'll just tear that bad boy up. And this guy's one of those annoying ass spear guys. Just want to kick him, basically. Oh! Well, I wasn't expecting that. And in there is a bunch of mice, which are kind of annoying. They can do What is it they can do? They can do poison, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's poison. Wow. Wow. That was a huge mistake. Quite honestly, I don't go that way. Mainly because I don't want to deal with those mice on most characters. Now, with this particular character, the thief, and how I don't have a really good shield, those guys are a serious pain to deal with. I mean, I was just not really thinking. I probably could have taken them on, especially had I not accidentally pulled 2 at once. I'm not too sad about the loss. It was a very minor one, and I got all the souls back pretty easily. The thing that I am upset about with it is just dying in general. Don't even care, just keep that guy off. I only came back over here to get my souls. I'm not going through that way. Now, if you have a good shield that blocks 100% of damage, you can go that way. Just be very cautious. Only pull 1 at a time. They can still cause poison if you're blocking. The way I'm going to go in just a minute is going to be actually across the bridge. But I'm not doing that yet either. What I am going to do is I'm going to come back down here. There's no point in resting in the bonfire. And I'm going to go back this way. Why am I going to go back this way? Why am I going to get hit by this guy? Really? I really shouldn't have picked the thief. I kind of hate this starting class. It's a very weak starting class. Alright. So, unfortunately, in order to have any sort of, wow, any sort of not hair-pullingly difficult time coming up here. Oh my god, really? I hate the thief. I really do. This class is so weak. Okay. Let me remember what I'm doing here. I'm playing Dark Souls. Okay, that's I don't even know. I don't have an excuse right now. As long as I didn't die. What was I trying to say? Okay, yes. I would normally run through these guys, but we've got some unfinished business over here, and if I want to be able to proceed safely, I need to get rid of them first. I didn't even care. I had enough stamina. I could just kind of try to break that guy's guard. Okay, let's try to do this the right way. Okay. Feel a little bit better about just running in here now. Those guys, I can still just ignore them right now. Okay, I'll walk over here just to pull the spear guy. You've all seen this before. This is what I did yesterday. I do still want to get the crossbow guy up here. He's just annoying if you let him live. That was supposed to be a kick. Ah, crap. Kinda had the wrong person targeted there. I am really realizing, because I've never taken much of a playthrough with the starting thief gear and everything. I'm just realizing how the starting thief gear is, it's so ill-equipped to deal with these guys in a very safe manner. You can't play the game very safely as a thief. So yes, please, if it's your first time, play as warrior or knight. Those are the better starting classes for your first time. Okay, let's take out this last guy on the stairwell, and then we'll get to our unfinished business. Okay. I'm not looking forward to this at all. Now, I don't have a good shield to block with. Man, oh man. Okay. I'm not actually going to use the black fire bombs. I'm just setting them there for something later. Okay, that's fine. Okay, first things first. We're going to take out this big scary looking guy down here. He's not going to be as hard as the other thing we're going to be doing. Now, you notice I'm walking pretty slowly because I want to get a backstab on him. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good backstab. For once, I'm kind of glad I'm using the bandit's knife. Because this guy and the next enemy that we're going to be taking care of, about the only good damage you're going to get on them is through backstabs. At least at this point in the game. So, that's why I like to clear out most of the enemies, because I want to lead them in here, and I want to take care of them in here. Now, I totally parried there. I don't buy that at all. What? Guys, this is gonna be a rough one. Now, normally this guy, to be honest, I don't have much problem with him. Normally, it just takes a lot of patience. The problem I'm having is I don't have a good shield. So, I can't really block. The only thing I can try to do is to parry. And, to be honest, even though I've put a lot of time into this game, the last time I played Dark Souls, before yesterday, was several months ago. I haven't sat down and played the game very seriously in a long time. And so junk like that happens to me. So I'm just trying to get back into the rhythm of things. Now these two guys, I don't mind just running in here. Okay, maybe I should have minded just running in there, but I don't care. What does this guy drop for me? I don't mind the soldier waistcloth, but I don't like the warrior waistcloth. Soldier Waistcloth is okay because it's pretty light and it has poise on it, which I haven't talked about poise much. I will soon. I'm really sad that I've already put 3 deaths in the game. It's really bad for me. Okay, let me get my wits about me for a second here. I'm gonna go up and kill the crossbow guy first. And then I'm gonna pull the spear guy. There, he's pulled. Now, I guess I'll go ahead and take a moment to talk about the guy down there that we're going to be taking on. So he's a Black Knight. And Black Knights are... There's several of them scattered around throughout the game, just in these random points. There's actually a second one nearby. Not in this particular area, but near where the wyvern is, the drake. I guess he's more of a drake dragon than he is a wyvern. And these Black Knight guys, the ones that are scattered throughout the game. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I got distracted by something. Those guys are... Oh, sorry. Excuse me, I had something to just distract me here. Okay, so the Black Knight guys. When you see them throughout the game, after you kill them, they're gone. They don't spawn anymore. There are a series of them at a later point in the game that are normal enemies, though. But the ones scattered throughout the game are varying degrees of tough. That's probably not the best way to say that because, you know, words are hard, right? But what I'm trying to say is that this guy isn't actually as tough per se. Fuck. Per se is like the actual incarnation of him later in the game. Okay, good. He's coming up here. That was real piss poor. Okay. What? I'm pretty upset about that. I'm also upset about that not being a backstab. And that. Oh, this is just gonna be rough. I don't even know. I'm not doing crap to this guy right now. You want to backstab him though, or parry him, which is pretty dangerous, but I'm gonna try. There we go. Just had to get the timing down. Just had to get the timing down. And as you can see with the knife, my backstabs are pretty dang powerful. With most normal weapons, I'd only be doing about 50 damage. Another late parry. But if I can take care of this guy Oh, God! I'm so regretting choosing the thief. With the limited resources here at the beginning of the game, trying to use like a different... Oh my god. Trying to use like a different shield and weapon isn't really that feasible. I've kind of, at this point, I've made my bed and I have to kind of lie in it. I will be changing very soon, actually. Oh my god. I'm so upset about everything that's going on right now. I don't have the souls. No, I do. I can actually do this. Okay, so I'm taking a detour. If you remember at the end of the last video, I leveled up a little bit so I could have the strength to use that winged spear. Now, I kind of want to use that against this guy, but at the same time I kind of don't want to use that against him. Not this guy, the I hate this. I do not want to die again. Oh, I'm not having a very good day on this game, apparently. I'm just... Should I just run past these guys? I should just run past these guys. I'm sorry. This is really bad form. I'm almost wondering if I should just... No, I shouldn't. I'm just gonna have to stick with this part of the game. It's part of the game. Are they coming down? Okay, no, they're staying up there.
Oh, still think I would never.
Okay, how much does this cost? I might have to buy it eventually anyway. That's the heater shield that'll give you 100 damage reduction. I don't know if I've already mentioned it before. Okay, that's perfect. That gives me just enough. I don't want to have to spend any souls, but, you know, what am I going to do? It's a pretty decent shield all around anyway. Okay, how much? Good, it's the same weight as the Tard shield too, so what's not the same weight is going to be, well, that spear is 4.5 pounds. Ooh. May have to make some adjustments with the endurance. I may have to level up at some point. These guys, they're just being annoying. Like, that shouldn't have happened, but because both of them are just here being annoying. I wish there was more buttons, honestly. Like, there's so many unique actions in the game, such as the kick, and there's no button associated with the kick. It's just forward and attack at the same time. Why does that keep happening? I've never had that problem before. So now I can actually block guys, which is pretty good. It means I just kind of sit here, shield up, and then try to just circle behind these guys and get those big backstabs. I don't want to have to handle it that way, but you know what? That's... Can't be fancy. I'm trying to do playthrough here. save poor playing for my own time. Right now I'm trying to do a video, I'm trying to do a playthrough, gotta do it right. Okay, what? I'm a little bit confused. Sorry. What? Where did that guy come from? What happened? Okay. I don't know. I must have just missed something somewhere. Please. I want to kick. I'd rather do it that way anyway. Okay. Where do you... There we go. If you guys have seen it, you know the drill by now. This time we're gonna do it. It's gonna get done right. Why are you backing up against the wall? All right. Now, no fancy pairing this time. We're just gonna backstab this guy, and it's the easiest way to do it is to get a shield that has 100% physical reduction, and just try to block his attacks, and then backstab. Oh my god! I'm just really upset about not getting the backstab right there. I don't know why. Nope, no Estus for him. Make sure I pick this up. Don't back out of here. There we go. This guy's pretty easy to backstab if you're just trying to shield like this and you have a normal shield. You can backstab this guy really easily. And I hope I'm demonstrating that now and don't look like a complete fool from earlier. And he's dead. Look at that. Okay, we don't get a special weapon from him. Sometimes they'll drop pieces of like whatever weapon they're holding. It's a rare drop. You can actually just farm it later in the game at the point where I said that those guys are like normal enemies. But until then. So we got our first ring, and oh boy, is it a good ring. Not really. Basically, when you get to low health, it gives you a defense boost. It's kind of like staving off the inevitable. I don't know what other way to put it. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and attempt this part. I might die here too. And you know what? It's okay if I die here. I don't mind not having any Estus flasks, because honestly, it's not going to matter against this guy. In fact, I'm going to just go ahead and use this gold pine resin I didn't use for the boss. Give it a try here against this guy. This guy, you want to roll forward when he winds up. get behind him, backstab. We're not doing bad damage against him. Try throwing a black firebomb at him, do some damage. Roll forward when he winds up, backstab. Sometimes he'll glitch out a little bit like that. Okay, wait for him to swing, roll forward, backstab. That's the simplest way I could come up with to beat him. To beat him easily. Because one hit from that thing, that's gonna kill you. Straight up, no retry, kill you. Okay, so we're not doing much damage to him anymore. I mean, we never really were doing much damage to him to begin with. I'm gonna back up for this one. I want to get him away from the wall. Okay. Come on. Come on. In case you're wondering, this guy's name is Havel. You can use all of his equipment, but we won't be getting any of that from fighting him. We'll only be getting something better than that ring we just picked up. Oh gosh. Okay, now hopefully that'll have redeemed myself. You know? We went up there, we died like twice to the Black Knight, but we come down here and take out Havel in one go. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so we get his ring, Havel's ring. Havel's ring boosts our equipment load. So now, whereas we had a 50 max load, we now have a 75 max load. Thank Jesus. So now I can just use my spear. So I think this is the weaponry I'm gonna try using for the game. It's gonna be the spear and shield. Now, I honestly don't go through this game using the spear and shield like ever. It's never something I've done. It's kind of an easy combo because the biggest benefit of having a spear is that, so I've got my shield up. That keeps me blocking while I use my spear attacks. Now that does mean that your stamina's a lot slower to regen. But you know, you take the good with the bad. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back this way. I was trying to think of which way would be easier. And honestly, since we've cleared out most of the enemies this way, I might as well take it back. Hey, did you fall? So the spear does more damage directly than the knife, a lot more damage. But it's not going to do, I don't think it's going to do as much backstab damage because the knife has that extra critical modifier. So I definitely want to rest there, get my Estus back up. And I'm going to level up my endurance a little bit, just mainly for more stamina. And I'll put a point into vitality.